Hello, my name is Nathan Dorn. I'm the curator of the Rare Books collection of the Law Library of Congress. In this video, I'd like to talk about a recent addition to the Law Library's Rare Books collection. This item is a 14th century manuscript of Registrum Brevium, a copy of the Register of Writs that were used to initiate litigation in medieval England. A writ was a document written in the name of the king that conveyed instructions to the king's agents to perform an action that he wanted to see accomplished. Generally, in the Middle Ages, it came in the form of a letter written on a strip of parchment that was sealed with the edge of the Great Seal. Writs were used in many areas related to government, including in the resolution of disputes among subjects. Their use also evolved from doing this by executive action into a tool to direct judges in royal courts to hear legal disputes. Over the course of the 12th century, a system of writs was developed that allowed people from all over England to be heard by judges in the king's courts. Plaintiffs were able to purchase a writ, which was produced by secretaries from the king's court. There was an officina brevium, or workshop of writs, that produced writs for this purpose. The writ contained a formula outlining a specific action that corresponded to the case the plaintiff wanted to make. The writ was then sent to the king's judges, instructing them to hear the case. This method of accessing justice grew in popularity over the next century, eventually supplanting the older systems of courts that had been the mainstays of English law since the Norman conquest. In that time, access to these courts expanded across the nation, and the strict and formulaic way that writs operated in the courts laid the foundation for the medieval English common law. The Registrum Brevium is, in essence, a list of the writs that were available to initiate litigation. There was no official copy of the register that served as the model for all the others. Instead, each individual master or cursitor of a writ shop kept a copy that he annotated. Judicial officers probably kept and used them for their reference as well. Many new writs were added in the next 300 years, and manuscripts show a lot of variety, but there are some commonalities. Registers of writs typically begin with brevi directo, the writ of right, and continue with other subjects in a more or less conventional order. The Law Library's recent acquisition contains 167 folios. It opens with the writ of right and contains 60 chapter headings, concluding with de salvo conducto, a writ of safe conduct. This manuscript was once in the collection of Alfred J. Horwood, a 19th century barrister of the Middle Temple and historian of English law, who edited the yearbooks of Edward I and Edward III for the Rolls series. Registrum Brevium was first printed by William Rastell in 1531. The Law Library owns a variant from that year, as well as editions from 1553, 1595, 1634, and 1687. Thomas Jefferson's copy of this last edition is on display with Jefferson's collection in the Southwest Pavilion on the second floor of the Thomas Jefferson Building. As a reminder, Rare Book service is available at the Law Library on weekdays by appointment. We hope to hear from you. Thank you.